Well, hello, it's Dr. Kevin Lenton. Welcome to 2026. I'm not sure about you, but many of the people that I've spoken to over the last 4 or 5 days, the first few days of the new year, there's been this kind of overwhelming desire for this year to be better than last year. Everyone's a little bit upbeat. Everyone's thinking that it can't be any worse than last year. Last year was tough for a lot of people, and me included. There were challenges, there were hurdles that had to be overcome. Certainly, there were some achievements as well. So, how are you going to make 2026 different from 2025? Well, the first thing I'd like to suggest is to begin with the process of reflection. You've got to look back on last year and look at it in a constructive and objective way. What didn't work? Look at the things that you could have done differently, that you wish had turned out differently. And then you take those particular things and see, what do you need to do, not what does someone else need to do, or someone else in the company, or your boss, or your partner, or your husband or wife. What do you need to do? When we accept responsibility ourselves for our own lives, we become masters of our destiny. And one of the first things, as I said, is reflection. Look back. What could you do differently? What could you change to make 2026 more productive, more fun, with more enjoyment, more productivity, more motivation, more enthusiasm? What it's going to take very often is change. And change is sometimes very difficult for a lot of people. It sometimes means that you've got to look at what you have created and decide whether you like it or whether you don't. Did you live 2025 in a state of dis-ease? Trouble with your energy levels, trouble with your enthusiasm, motivation, excitement, trouble perhaps more on a physical level with back pain, neck pain, headaches. Did you have gut issues? Did you have sleep dysregulation, blood glucose dysregulation? What are you going to do this year to make life different from last year? Well, I know the theme that I'm going to adopt for 2026 is communication and control. I need to be more in control rather than the tail wagging the dog scenario. I want to have more objective assessment of where the year's going to go. I need to make the right decisions. And in order to do that, I need to think. I need to first become inspired. I need to have intent. Once I create the inspiration for what I want to achieve, I'm then going to create clarity. I'm going to think about that particular thing, one thing at a time, not multiple things at the same time. Get inspired about one thing, create clarity about that particular thing, then become focused on that particular thing. And then I'm going to work on the belief in my own mind that I can achieve that. Even though we could be confident in many areas of our life, we often don't have the belief that we can actually achieve what we want to set out to do. Once we create that, we then have to take action. And taking action means writing things down. Don't just think about the things. Write them down. Draw that line in the sand. Make sure that you set the stage for how you want the end result to be. So 2026 is going to be a different year. It's going to have to change. If you found that last year left you feeling dis-eased, distressed, even depressed, anxious, demotivated, let's change it around. It's completely within your grasp, because I can assure you, if you keep doing the same thing you did last year, you're going to end up with the same results. Let's see what we can do together. I'd like to help you in as many ways as I can. If we aren't already connected on social media, please send me a request, a friend request, or a connection request on LinkedIn. Let's communicate with each other. I want to communicate and be in control of what's going on. I don't want confusion and uncertainty. I'm going to create that state where I want to be in total control of my life. And I'm going to set the intent. I'm going to focus and get clarity. I'm going to build belief. I'm going to do whatever it takes to do that. And then I'm going to take action. Who's on board with me? If you'd like to join me on this journey, just send me a yes. Let's do it. And let's create that state together. I'm Dr. Kevin Lenton, and please send me that request.